Hello everybody, welcome back to Learning Biology. In this video, we're going to start right off 直接開始啦 at 16.4, alright, the reflex action. Alright, so for the previous videos, 之前嘅影片個咧 so they will be released later, and you can check it out in the same channel. Alright, so if there's no question, let us continue the speed. Okay, 咁我哋就繼續有一個速率咁樣去做啦。Okay, so these videos are very important from now on. 咁就會由而家開始比較重要啦。Because as I said, I'm going to only repeat the more important knowledge, okay, in classes. 淨係得比較重要嘅部分啦，先至會重複㗎啦。Alright, so especially I want two things done. 我想兩樣嘢做得到㗎啦。First one, please highlight some of the key points, okay, so that you know they may appear in your classwork. 佢哋可能喺嗰個地方出現啦，喺 classwork 度出現㗎啦。Or another thing is, please check the dictionary as I may check from time to time. Okay, 咁樣自己都學識去睇得明啲句子，然後寫句子嗰陣時都要確保 you know what you're writing about. Okay, so if there's no question, then let's start. And in this video, we're going to talk about this reflex action. 咁就係一個反射動作啦。Okay, so there are some features. Features 呢個字即係代表佢係一啲特性㗎啦 ，alright？ So some of the features 第一個就我哋就會叫 inborn， 即係佢係一個天生嘅 rapid 係一個好 fast 嘅 response 啦 ，automatic 係自動嘅 ，OK？So you don't need to be taught, you don't need some time to react, okay? So the reaction is very quick and you don't need someone else to tell you to do so. You can just do it automatically. 咁啊自動化咁樣去做得到啦。Alright， 咁然後啦，第四個啦 ，the fourth one is involuntary。咁咩叫 involuntary 啊 ？This word is the opposite of voluntary。咁 I have taught you the word voluntary work, right? So voluntary work is something you do it yourself， 你想去做嘅 because you want to。Alright， 咁但係咯 ，involuntary that means 佢係唔involve 一個 cerebrum。Okay, remember we do not say it does not involve the brain. Because 如果你寫 does not involve the brain 係 wrong 嘅 ，alright, we say it does not involve the cerebrum. Okay, so we will talk about this part later. 咁然後最尾啦 ，the fifth one 就係 stereotype。咩為之 stereotype 啊 ？That means we are having the same stimulus always. Alright， 咁然後啦 ，mainly why do we have these reflex action 都係 protect us 嘅。Okay, and we have some examples later. And when we talk about the reflex actions， 當我哋講呢啲嘅反射動作嗰陣時啦 ，there are actually two types， 有兩種嘅。One of them is called the spinal reflex， 即係同我哋嘅 spinal cord 係相關嘅啦。And another one is called the cranial reflex， 咁就同我哋個 brain 係相關嘅。Okay, so there are some examples, and these two detail in next part。下一個部分咧就詳細咁樣講噶啦，分別就會係自己讀一讀啦 ，withdrawal reflex。Withdrawal reflex, knee-jerk reflex, knee-jerk reflex. OK， 咁我哋會知道其實就係 withdraw 又好啦 knee-jerk 又好啦，其實佢都係在乎緊 it is talking about our limbs, L-I-M-B-S， 即係同我哋個肢體係相關嘅 ，alright? But it is not really in our head， 唔係喺我哋個頭部嗰度啦 ，alright? So these two parts they are mainly controlled by our spinal cord。Okay, and another part 就係關於我哋嘅 cranial reflex， 你會見到啦 ，some examples 包括我哋嘅 saliva 啦，口水嘅分泌啦 ，swallowing 啊、sneezing 啊、coughing 啊、blinking 啊，甚至一個我哋 pupil 嘅 control， 我哋瞳孔嘅 control 啦嘅控制啦，其實都會係你見到 all these takes place inside our head， 而 most of them 啦都係 controlled by the brain， 所以我哋就會叫做 cranial reflex 啦。Alright。好啦 ，the last part 啦就會講到呢個 nervous pathway。nervous 呢度唔係解緊張啦，係解神經嘅路線啦。Alright，and of 一個 reflex section 就會有一個 reflex arc 啦。arc 即係代表係一個弧度嚟嘅。And as you can see, it use the minimal 嘅 neurons， 佢用最少嘅 neurons。Alright，so it starts from receptor， 然後就去到sensory neuron 啦 ，interneuron and then motor neuron, and then effector。OK， 我哋會用到 the minimal 嘅 neurons 嘅最少嘅 neuron 啦。OK，but one key point you need to note is that 有陣時啦 sometimes the interneuron may be absent in the reflex action， 係甚至連一個 interneuron 都會冇埋嘅，得唔得？OK， 好啦，咁最尾咯 ，so we can answer this very simple question。咁就可能問一問你啦，佢就話咯 ，Why is a reflex action always stereotyped？ 點解永遠 always giving us the same response？OK，so you may think about this。咁嘅原因啦 ，OK，so you can pause the video and the following I'm going to show you the answer。OK，其實 the answer is very simple， 你會見到啦 ，because if the stimulus is taking place here，OK，for example you're going to touch a fire， 你會掂到啲 a very hot object，OK，so your thumb is stimulated， 或者 your fingers are stimulated， 你嘅手指啦受到刺激啦 ，and because all the times we are having the same stimulus， 個 stimulus 個刺激係啲咩啊 ？Our fingers touching something very hot， 呢個係一個相同嘅 stimulus 嚟嘅。當我哋喺一個相同嘅 stimulus 嗰陣時，其實我哋嘅嗰個嘅nerve impulse, okay, the language we use, the nerve impulse will always travel along 一個嘅 same 嘅 reflex arc. Okay? 當我哋有一個 same 嘅 stimulus 嗰陣時，我哋嗰個嘅 reaction， 我哋嗰個嘅 nerve impulse 永遠都會係 travel along 一個 same 相同嘅一個 reflex arc。所以啦，即係代表 every time I touch something hot, it's always like this。OK， 永遠都會行呢一個嘅 reflex arc， 所以啦 ，therefore all my responses are the same， 每一次都係一模一樣嘅 ，and therefore we use the word stereotyped。OK， 好啦 ，let's move on to the next part。咁我哋就會講到一個嘅 withdrawal reflex。Alright。So withdrawal reflex 呢一個好簡單啦。So usually when does it happen？ 幾時發生㗎？會唔會 touch 一個 hot object 或者係擺一個 sharp object 啦 ？Pricked 即係代表係吉到啦。OK？Pricked by 一個嘅 sharp object。咁我哋好快咁樣 ，we go through this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very quickly 啦。咁第一樣嘢啦 ，we always know that there is some receptors。而今次 this receptor involved， 我哋就會叫做 pain receptor， 一個痛楚嘅感受器啦。咁然後啦 ，they are stimulated， 所以就會 generate nerve impulse 啦。而 nerve impulse where does it go to？ 會去到邊度啊？今次就會去到 spinal cord。然後當佢去到 spinal cord，just remember spinal cord 就係中間呢一嚿 lotus seed，OK？The center part only。好啦，然後啦，就 spinal cord 就會 all the way down 啦。咁然後就會 go to 一個 interneuron。而 interneuron 咧就 relay 呢個 nerve impulse 就會去到 motor neuron。relay this word 自己度讀先啦 ，relay。So we talked about this word earlier. It is very similar to transmit. 如果你想嘅話 you may also put down the meaning for relay in English. 其實 relay 嘅意思即係代表佢係 receive， 佢接收咗之後啦 ，and then it pass on。Okay? So it's very similar to transmit. 同呢一個嘅傳遞啦係好相似嘅，得唔得 ？Alright, and then let us continue. 最尾啦，去到 motor neuron 嗰陣時，個 motor neuron 啦，當然就 transmit to 一 effector。咁通常 usually there will be our muscles， 而我哋 muscle 就會 contract， 然之後 result in 每一個 withdrawal 嘅一個 action 啦。Alright， 好啦 ，and then this following part 就會係幾 important 嘅 ，quite important。OK， first of all，as you can see，it does not involve your cerebrum， 佢就係 involve 咗我哋嘅 spinal cord。Alright， 但係啦 ，and then why do we feel painful？ 點解我哋會覺得痛嘅咧 ？Because actually 其實 it is transmitted to the brain， 但係啦係 via another nervous pathway， 係經過另外一條嘅神經路線啦，就會 to the brain。Alright， so this one 而呢個 pathway，what's so special about this pathway？ First of all， 佢係 longer than 呢個 reflex arc， 係長過 this one。Okay，the one I'm circling right now，from green to pink to blue。Okay， 係 faster than this one 嘅。而且啦 ，why 佢另外一個 reason 就係佢 involve more synapses， 會有更多嘅一個嘅 neuron synapses。That means there are more neurons involved。OK， 由於有 more neurons 有多幾個嘅 neuron 啦，咁自然地啦 ，in between the neurons 你就自然會出現咗多啲嘅 synapses， 就中間嘅間隙啦。OK， 由於啦呢一條 pathway，this pathway is longer and then more synapses， 所以啦我哋會 takes longer 嘅 time 啊，定係 shorter 嘅 time 啊？答案應該係 longer time 嘅。Since it takes longer time，所以啦 ，we feel pain after withdrawing the hand。因為 this action 係 to the brain 呢一條嘅 nervous pathway 啦，係 takes longer time。Alright， 咁樣啦 ，next thing we need to know 就係 this withdrawal action 啦，somehow we need to recite this，就係佢會 involve 咗 three neurons 嘅。OK， 然之後啦，其實 this action three neurons， 但係啦 ，it is very rapid， 好快速噶啦。Mainly what is the reason 係 protect our body from further damage。OK，you better remember this sentence。好啦，咁另外一啲啦 ，so we may talk about them in class。我哋有 blinking 啦，有一啲係 pupil reflex 啦，有一啲係 coughing reflex。OK，so what are they protecting our body？OK，how do they protect us？ 呢個 you may think about it first。好啦，接落嚟啦，我哋就會講到另外一個嘅 reflex，another reflex called the knee jerk reflex。咁當我哋講呢個 knee jerk reflex 嗰陣時啦 ，I've shown you this in class。其實 we are tapping， 我哋會點邊一個位置啊，或者敲邊一個位置㗎。It is the area just below your kneecap， 喺我哋膝頭哥啦個位置下邊嘅。Alright， so this time it is only 1, 2, 3, 4 because there is one reason as you can see 係 no pink neuron， 冇一條粉紅色嘅。That means there is no interneurons involved. OK？ 好啦，今次 this time we use another receptor， 會用另一個 receptor 嘅。This receptor, we'll learn more about this receptor or hear them again in chapter 30 something. Alright， 30幾課嗰陣時啦，我哋會 talk about this receptor again。呢一個我哋讀一次先啦，我哋叫 stretch receptor。中文係牽張感受器。牽張 that means our muscles are stretching。佢係不斷拉緊人嘅。When our muscles are stretching， 咁我哋就會有呢個 stretch receptor 啦。OK， 今次啦 ，same，it generate nerve impulse， 然之後啦 ，it goes to the spinal cord。但係啦 ，as you can see，the interneuron are not involved，therefore 佢就會 immediately 啦 travel from 呢個 sensory neuron to the motor neuron， 作為 motor neuron to the effector 啦。而最尾啦，我哋嘅 leg muscle receive 到呢一個 nerve impulse 就會 contract， 然之後我哋嘅 legs 就會 kick 啦，從而導致到有呢一個嘅 knee jerk reflex。OK，similarly 啦，你會見到就係 we feel the tapping 係 after 呢一個嘅 kicking response， 即係 that means we have the reflex action first and then we feel the tapping。OK， 係會有一個時間嘅差距嘅 ，there is this time lapse。Alright。So why is it again? Reason again 原因就係咩啊 ？The nervous pathway to the brain 係 longer 啦 ，and also it involves more synapses. It takes a longer time. 得唔得 ？Okay, and this time only two neurons are involved. 分別就係呢個 sensory neuron 啦 and the motor neuron. Okay, so in this example, interneuron is absent. 好啦 ，and then the importance， 今次嘅 importance 就會係 maintain 一個 body 嘅 posture 啦，我哋嘅身體嘅姿勢啦，同埋我哋嘅 body balance 嘅。Alright， so before ending this part, I would like to teach you one word。咁呢一個麻煩你幫我寫低啦。Please help me put this word down。我哋叫做 synaptic delay。Okay， so this is actually referring to 呢一個嘅 we talk about 呢個 nervous pathway to the brain。我哋嘅神經嘅路線啦，去到個腦部嗰個位置嗰度咧，佢係 involve more synapses 啊嘛。What does it mean by involving more synapses？ 佢會包含咗更加多嘅呢個間隙啦。咁其實 since it involve more synapses， 所以啦 ，therefore it will lead to this synaptic delay。得唔得？可以學呢一隻字啦。Alright。好。So this part, I may talk about it very briefly in class, but I will just underline some of the keywords, so you may look at it yourself. OK， 我哋有少少嘅字可以去學啦。其實我哋會知道就係有一啲嘅 reflex action， 有啲嘅反射動作啦，係能夠 acquired 一隻字我相信讀一讀嘅。咁 acquired 係解獲得啦。OK， 係 through 一個 learning 同埋一個 practice 嘅。咁 you may look at 呢一個 natural response 一個自然嘅反應啦，同埋 this 一個嘅 scientist 嘅一個 experiment 入邊個 dog 嘅 response。OK，you can see the difference。OK， 好啦，咁然後啦 this difference 一啲可以係 learn 嘅， 可以係要 practice 到嘅一啲 reflex action 啦，我哋就會叫做 conditioned reflex， 中文就係條件性嘅反射啦。Alright， 咁 actually this is very similar to one word we use all the time, and that word is muscle memory。一個肌肉嘅記憶啊 ，so muscle memory is very similar to this conditioned reflex。例如啦 ，as said here， 就係 when we are typing, when we are playing piano, swimming, it involves this conditioned reflex， 亦都我哋嘅 muscle memory 啦。Okay, so from now on, this video onwards, I would like you to pause here， 咁就喺度停一停先 ，and help me finish these two questions immediately。咁我自己去完成咗呢兩題目啦。Because 5 seconds later, I'm going to continue on explaining these questions， 得唔得？咁所以就自己停一條片佢，然之後咧 I'll explain the question to you, and I'll not be using the time in class to do this with you， 得唔得 ？OK， 我哋嚟咯，5、4、3、2、1， 開始啦。咁我哋就會見到啦 ，OK， 咁然後 question 1 and 2啦，都需要係跟住一個嘅 diagram below 嘅。OK， 咁你見到啦，呢個係一個 nervous pathway，and what is this reflex action？ 呢個 reflex action 當然就會係呢個 withdrawal reflex 啦。Alright， so first one, this is like a reciting question. Of course, you can also see this from the book。咁你都可以睇到個圖案啦。咁how many neurons 有幾多條嘅 neuron 係 involved 包含在內嘅咧 ？So the answer is very easy. The answer is 3。Alright， 無論係 no matter if you recite it 啦，或者 if you look at it， 咁你見到 starting point 第一個開始嗰陣時 ，this is a sensory neuron 啦。然後中間呢度 in the middle the dark area you can see the pink neuron here or the very dark color one 好黑色呢個位置啦，就係 interneuron。And the last one here to your arm muscle, this one is the 呢一個嘅motor neuron。Okay, so if you have noticed, I've actually highlighted this area wrong。其實係間錯咗㗎。Okay, let's see if you know this very quickly。原因係呢個位置點解間錯咗啊 ？It should be the last one, should be this one。Okay， 原因係啲咩啊 ？You can see here， 呢度你會見到一個 ganglion 嘅，呢個就係我哋嗰個 sensory neuron 嘅一個 ganglion 啦。Alright， 我哋叫做 dorsal root ganglion。Alright， 好啦，去到下邊嗰度咯，佢就話啦。If the ventral root, where is it? Ventral root 係指呢一度，後邊呢度係指 dorsal，OK？ 咁然後啦，佢就 was damaged， 佢去到 motor neuron 呢一個位 ，this area is damaged。然後啦 ，at position X，OK？ 呢一個位不 damage 咗啦。What will happen when you touch the hot iron？ 咁佢會發生咩事咧？第一樣嘢啦 ，feel pain， 簡單少少嘅，佢會唔會覺得痛楚咧 ？The answer is yes, because 原因係咩啊？因為 it is sensory neuron all the way up, and where does it go？ 佢唔係去 motor neuron 度喎 ，it does not go to the motor neuron, it goes to the brain。佢係上腦嘅。So if it goes to the brain through another nervous pathway， 咁所以 the answer is yes。好啦 ，but then since the motor neuron part，OK， 或者我哋講啦，佢去 motor neuron 嘅 neuron。A bit strange, I know. Okay, so 或者我哋咁講啦 ，ventral root 係 of your spinal cord 啦，係 control 緊呢一個嘅 motor neuron。Okay, this part is damaged， 所以啦，佢就能唔能夠去 withdraw 佢 hand 咧 ？The answer is no. So therefore, the answer is C. Okay. So this is the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.